Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I am so happy that you are here with me today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you if you have recently subscribed, specifically to a few friends, Crafty15419, One Lawn 68, and Eva Jumper. Thank you for subscribing and for your awesome comments. And today's hashtag Love a Little channel will be a shout out to my friend Corn at Cornflower Crafts. If you haven't been over to her channel, be sure to go check her out because she is lovely and so is Handsome, who is her husband. They do some fun giveaways and they're just kind, gentle souls and they're really fun. So go check Corn and Handsome out. So what are we going to do today? Well, I thought I would just do a really simple what's on my desk because I need to put some things away. I've been working on some things behind the scene. I'm taking a sip of my coffee. It's early yet. And I made a promise to myself and to all of you that I would each month grab a project or a journal and finish those for the month. Well, I have a theme, but I have 3 journals. So I thought I would give you a little progress report on what we're doing. But the first thing I wanted to show you, I had this small envelope full, and it wasn't full. It had things in it like newspaper clippings, some antique pieces, this, that, and the next thing. And so I thought I would just flip through really quickly to show you how I transferred this in just a couple of hours into some viable pieces that I can use in my journal. And honestly, I don't know what I was saving this for or why, but when I cleaned, it was one of those things that I was like, do something with this, Angela. So with no further ado, I'll show you, and I'll save my very favorite for last. Let's see, on the video where I, what was the video called? I don't remember, but I did a bunch of little, I just found these laying on here, a bunch of little tags, and, oh, it was the one where I made the little envelopes and busted through all of my scraps. That was it, the scrap buster. And these will go in that school journal. So I have a few already in there, but those must have just been stragglers. So the first thing I wanted to show you is if you have or find old newspapers, save them because there's so many things that you can do with them. This one I made into a little tab. This one, I guess I could punch this one out. Do I have my, oh, it might be bigger than 2 inches. Nope, it's 2 inches. Let's just punch out Gino's pizza so he's ready to go. There we go. I need to trim around that because I didn't get it quite perfect. But I just made these into little pieces. I thought these would be cute. Some of the smaller ones like these into little dangles. So I will do that. This was just a digital that I had that I just cut up. Look at this. This was random. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but I'll put that aside because it doesn't really... One of these things is not like the other, right? More ads. This is a phone number that I thought would make a cute little dangle. Belly band. Burl and Ernie Fogel from Prenor, Iowa. We reserve the right to limit quantities. Well, you go. A little pocket. This random little thing was in there, and I thought, you know, I think I could make this into, it was 1900 something. It was ripped. It doesn't look very good, but I don't know, even if I put it in a tuck. You know, Sally in our alley, she might look cute and just tucked into one of the reader binders. A tag. Now then, I also had, besides the advertisements for grocery, this is the want ads. So this is for a manager trainee. These were all movies, lots of movies. So I did all of those, and all I did was just back them to one of those scratch pieces of paper, just like we did in the Scrap Buster. This is for the airline journal. I thought there were a couple reservations for airlines, so I'll keep those. This was a sticker from something I had pre-made. There's another that could be a journal card or a pocket, journal card. This was from 1936, and it was already ripped, and I just made it into that. This was an envelope that was already ripped here, and I couldn't really save it, and I need to probably, so if somebody gets this, they don't try to open it up. Are you coming out there? Yeah. There we go. But I thought it would make a cute journal card or pocket, so that I just didn't throw it away. This was from 1880 something. And I made that into a journal card. This was just randomly there, and so was this. This was a card of some sort that was really fragile, so I just, well, that could go in the reader books too. This is more of that digital. This is the other side of that old piece. There was a 2 pages of recipes and these photos. This was just, this is really big, but I just left it on here until I know what I want to do with it. I don't know. This little piece had a hole in it, so I made it into a tag. Some commodities pieces. And then after I had gotten all done, I had a couple of tiny little pieces, so I made a little cluster. Took all of the scraps and turned them into a little master board that I can turn into cards or pockets. These little pieces here, the, oh gosh, I was going to say vellum. Not cello, not vellum. It's escaping me. Were actually a tiny little envelope that was so fragile it was falling apart. So I just, you know, randomly placed them throughout. So I like how this one turned out. It's just plain on the back, so it will probably be pockets. This I thought would be a cute little journal card. It's just got the little birds on it. And then my very favorite is this one. Now, I have never done this before. I'm going to leave this out here for a second. So here, let's just move everything else away. Let's move you all away. And we're going to take some time to enjoy this. Because in that little envelope, so this was basically every single thing that was in that little envelope I showed you has now been transformed into something. Everything. There wasn't any scraps left. This, in here were a bunch of photos from 1920 and 1926. They weren't great pictures. So some of them were overexposed, some of them were just really light, and then they just were in all sorts of conditions. They were, and I had written on a little baggie that they were in collage 1920s. So apparently I had planned to use these old photos to do exactly that. Well, this is how it turned out. And then I had printed some time ago on some cardstock all of these letters from one of my kits. So after I had collaged everything on here, and I really liked how it looked, you can still see, like, there's a lady here, a guy here, but this was all overexposed right here. This is a little overexposed, but you can see the little guy back here. These two little ladies look like they're looking at flowers. You can still see all of the people and the scenes, but I thought it was lacking of something. So I cut all of those out, distressed them, and added it on there. And my goodness, I really like how this turned out. Now, the problem is, I don't know if I want to cut this up. So if you have ideas what you would do with this, I have a couple of the reader binders that it would go in, but this isn't really reader-esque. It doesn't really go along with it, really. Maybe. I could probably justify it, but anyway. So if you have old photos and you don't know what to do with them and they're not really that great a condition, think about that. Do a little collage. So the next thing I want to show you before I show you the progress in one of my reader journals is that I did a quick little, I needed to get out of the house. So I ran to a thrift shop and found a few things that are not necessarily old, but I think will work really well and in those reader School Daze journals. So let's see. These are paper shapes, so I put one in each, or set one aside for one of each journal. In not the journal I'm going to show you today, but in the other two, they have a larger base, and these will fit perfect to do a front and back pocket. So I'll cover the front and back and then make these as pockets. I thought they were kind of cute. These, I put one in each, 49 cents. They are nameplates, but they've got all kinds of things for children to learn about. I found some Dr. Seuss paper cutouts. And like I said, these are not old. But I think they'll work perfectly. This was a little thing. I think it was supposed to be for graduation and large room decor. And so it's got some owls. It's got some graduation caps. It's got congrats class of whatever. So I've already taken some of those out to put in there. More hello, my name is. And then this was a great find. I probably shouldn't have put this med tape on here. But this is a roll. You know, teachers use this across the top of their classrooms. And it is the alphabet. But then on the back, it is in black and white. So I really liked that. So I pulled out one of those, which reminds me, I don't know what I did with those. I did pull them out. So I've got some additional things. The other thing I was going to ask you is my School Daze journal packs, which are one of my favorites to do, were very well received at our last live sale. And now that I have all of these additional pieces in here, I thought about doing a few more. So let me know what you think, if I should add some of those on. I also found, and I really didn't, oh, there they are. That's what I did with them. I was trying to get them to lay flat. I don't usually buy the newer types of activity books or school books, but these three I liked for several reasons. So let me show you. This one is called Cursive Letters. It's by Thinking Kids. Trace with Me Cursive Letters, age 8+. 1,000+ free educational activities. This was 99 cents. What color was on sale? Yellow was on sale, so this one was not on sale. But for these journals, I just use them as they are, but I think that they would be really cute to dye as well. I have to show you this one. Where is it? Where's the eye? There it is. Inez lives in Iowa. My great-grandmother, his name was Inez. How cute is that? So there was that one. This one is called Go Togethers. And this is a Step Ahead Golden Book Workbook, which I hadn't seen this particular one. Let's see when it was issued. 1984. So these are all rewards or stickers. And then each page has, and you'll see in the book that I just did, these more stickers back there. But, you know, one of these things is not like the other. I just thought it was kind of cute. And I think there's lots of opportunities for me to do things with it, so I did pick it up. And my favorite is probably this one called Spanish in 10 Minutes a Day. I should probably read this. Bilingual Books Incorporated. It was 99 cents, and it is from originally 1981, and the last copyright is 2001. But this just got cool stuff in it. So, I mean, this would be the kind of book I should be reading. And let me see. Let me get to there. These are all stickers. So what I am assuming is the intent is to put them on things like around the house, or maybe make them into flashcards, and then you can reference them. But there's a green one. I thought there was a yellow. Yep, there's a yellow one, a green one. Those are the only two I saw, but that doesn't mean these are bigger little cards, so lots of things that we can do with these. These must be the flashcards. Look at that. Isn't this neat? And there were a lot of things that I saw that were like, could be farm journals, kitchen journals, and, you know, used in that. So those were my little finds to go along with the School Daze readers. So here is one. This one I just this morning, I realized I didn't check to make sure. Oh, what else is on my desk? If you didn't already notice. Oh, poo. I bet I was way... I'm sorry, you guys. I need to adjust my camera. Because I've been off screen a little bit on several of these, and that's irritating. For you guys, especially. But I got a new mat. I had to go to Walmart to stock up on all things soft and cold and liquidy for the kiddos for their little oral surgery to get their wisdom teeth out. So while I was there, I walked by the craft area and saw this, and I was like, get a mat. And it wasn't that expensive. Okay, so this is going to be, oh, I was going to show you. Well, there's one inside here I can show you. I have an idea for what I want to do, I think, for each of the covers. And I think I'll do them similarly. Using some chroma collage and using a piece that's in here. So my thought is I will use some fabric. I'll leave a little bit of this. I'll cover the spine. I'll leave the back just like it is. And, you know, maybe put my Made with Love thing there. Because this was an old cookbook. And I have lots of these binders. I don't use them all for cookbooks, but this I will cover with something. I haven't decided. And then I want to put a pocket on the front. I'll show you what I'm intending for the back. So I saved from this binder 8 of the tabs. So I covered the tabs with a full sheet of one of the pieces. These were in the kits. And some of them were pretty fragile, so they needed to be backed. And then I collaged on the other side. Here's one of those pieces that I just picked up. I did include 3 or 4 just plain but bright colors in there. Added a pocket here. I've done very little. I haven't sewn anything. I haven't done reinforcers. I haven't done any trims. I still have things to put in pocket. Like half of it doesn't have anything in the pockets. This was a piece of coffee dyed kids book that I had. These were in the kits. This I have, I think, 3 of these pockets that I made from the School Daze Cartabella kit. Some vintage writing paper. This was from what I just showed you. I put a hello, my name is. I suppose the wine guide probably should not be on there. So let me put, I mean, I don't think we're advocating the drinking of, well, maybe for teachers, the drinking of wine at school. So there's a book page from a school book. Here's one of those from the book that I just showed you. And I did 3 of these, and then I covered them with, this is file folder. And I have 3 of those sticking out, you can see on the side here. This was one we did together with the nameplates. I don't know. I could not. Oh, this folds out. And it's always do your best. And I could have probably went like that. Either way. This I just couldn't resist. It's just cute. It's a picture at night in the forest. Look how beautiful that is. See, all the reinforcers have to go in. Ouch. This is just a fold out 2 pockets. This I collaged. This is the second tab. On that last little pack of name tags that I bought, half of them were used, and these were the names that were on them. I'm like, well, I'm just going to pull them off here and use them. I have a little pocket with some egg figurines. This was a cover of a book. Some grid paper. So these will all be up in the Maker's Market at some point, probably in February. But if you have interest in one of these that I show in the next few times, then you can just let me know that in advance as well. These were from that Clear Out My Scraps, and I've got things in here I need to add you know, little corner tucks, some tags, and make them pretty. Half the tags haven't even been made pretty. No embellishments have been done. Oh, but I do have one more thing to show you. I used some just regular paper. We've done this in our journals before and made it into a pocket here. And I made these into side tucks. These were from an old children's book. I made several of those. And that's what I do when I decide I'm going to, oh, that's cute, teacher. When I'm going to bring my books home, then I start dismantling. Another one of these. These we did on the scrap day where we just made small things out of everything we had. I didn't actually do these on camera. I just showed you all of these. This was from an old kids book, song book. This is going to be a belly band, and it is from the scrap video as well. And I'm just going to make that as journaling spot. This is all plain inside. This is the third one. This I did put this needs something else, but a side tuck here, but I wanted to leave the skill, make a bar graph there. This, I have not decided. This we made together, and if I use it, I'm going to have to take this off, but it's got the little girl jumping rope, and then it's got a pocket, and it's, you know, got this little tag in here, so I want to use it in here. How I'm going to do that, I have not yet decided, so that's why it's there. Another school book. I still have to put all of the vintage, I have vintage photos, school photos, things like that will all go in there. This is from one of my recent freebies that's on Ko-fi. This was just a plain piece of scrapbook paper. This cover wasn't long enough to put these as pockets, so I just did it as a page. Another book that says teacher. This is coffee dyed piece. These are the ones we did together where I was showing you how you could use your seam binding. These we did together in this, or I showed you in the scrap, use your scraps, that video where we did tons of little envelopes. I've left this open right now. I did make this into a belly band, and this is where I put that arrow that I just got. This is from the college I went to when I first went to college, and it is in Mason City. It was from 2010. I don't know where I got it at. This is from that School Daze pack. These we made in the, or I showed these. This is going to be a belly band, and it will be glued here and on the bottom. And then these can hold things with a paper clip, which I will do. But then if someone wants, they can pull all this down and write secret little messages in there. So I've got that clipped on to do. Another school book. This is in the kit as well. This is a plain page with a long tag and a little school book page there. Another school book page. Another school book page, which is the next tab. One of my banner pockets, I tried to put I tried to put a banner pocket in every one. Another school book page that I folded over this way. These are from my digitals that are in Ko-fi and on Etsy. And then I folded it over this way and made this into a pocket, and there's just a couple little tags that need to be prettied up. I believe there ended up being 40 pages. So 10 in each tab, but I think there might be more. Another side pocket. This we made in the name tag video. This is what I'm thinking about doing. Let's just take it out and see. Remember where you went, Missy. Okay, here we'll use this to keep my spot. All right, so if we take one of these, because I liked that they were square. Yes. And I think it will work on both of them. So my intent is to embellish this around to cover up this portion of it, but leave a little bit of this. And then use one of these cards on each one of the covers and then embellish it. That will be my journal topper. Yep, it's gonna work. It's gonna be a plan. All right, let's go back here. Now, in my process, I know it's probably different, and I never claim to not be different, but what helps me is to gather all of my items, then cut down my primary pages, and then go back and put other things in there and kind of flesh it out into the general vicinity for each one of the tabs, if you will. And then if I've got things that are already pre-made, what I did on this little journey is I separated them between the 3 journals. This one is going the other way, but it's another one of those tabs. And then tuck in what I have already made or feel like it goes where I want it to, and then come back and refine. So like I'll embellish all of these, I'll sew things, I'll do all of my trim. And before I do my trim, I will have put on all the reinforcers. But to me, I need that process of kind of going in order. So that's how I do it. So this is this a side tuck? Yeah, another side pocket. But remember, there are 2 pockets. So there's one here. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness gracious, girls and boys. You are not staying down. Hang on. I'm going to get this. Put their little tootsies on there. That's not good. Can't have that. So in here, I put in the back pocket. This was a Children's Day book. And I think there's Growing Like Jesus. Whatever the Children's Day program was. Maybe it was like Vacation Bible School. I don't know. This is one of those from a Junior Elf books. It was the cover that we saved from going to the garbage. And that tag, is that all down now? Yes. All right. Perfect. This is one of my banner pockets that I made, and I'm just going to stick that somewhere and put a little something in it. Dictionary page, a bingo card, another from the kids' books that was in the kits as well. This is from an old kids' book from 1928. I put this little piece. I think you could probably do an up tuck, but I'm not sure how great it will stay. This says, entertainment in the 50s and 60s. Don't sit too close to the television. It will ruin your eyes. This is a teacher's grade book. Here's one of those pieces, and another that I backed as a journal card from an old book. All of those were in the kits as well. This I did years ago. Well, no, I say years ago. It probably wasn't years ago. But I made these and kind of replicated an old library card. I made it. So it says Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea. I thought that was cute with a little fishy there. This was a fly page from a physics book. And then I'll show you the last things that are in there. These were pages I thought I kept out just in case I wanted to use them. This is one of Carrie the Paper Monkey's yo-yos, and so I'm going to use that somewhere in here. I have one for each one of them that she gave me, so that'll be fun. Hang on, we need to put the glue on there. So what is left, I have this page that initially I had intended for a page in here, but it's too big, and I really love it, and I love the look of it, so I think I'm going to center it on here and then cover this with either fabric or washi or something, since I had already punched the holes. So that will be my back page, and I don't think I will put any pocket because I really like this whole thing. And then the last thing that needs my attention is whenever I do one of these binder journals, I save 4 of the tabs, and I just align them, cut them, and make them into 4 pockets. And so this will actually be in here as one piece. So I need to cover this, make it pretty, and, you know, put it all back together again. So that is there as well. So that's just kind of my progress on what's on my desk. I'll show you really quick. And then I have these 2 pages that I'm thinking this will probably be the inner cover of, and it looks like that on the back. And then I don't know if I'll do a fabric cover. And this piece I just had left over that looks pretty good with some of the other sheets of paper. I'll show you the other 2. This one is all kind of in some general semblance. The others are not. So, for example, this was the one that was next on my desk to go through, and this is how that other one looked before I did anything with it. And I'm really excited about this because I think I'm going to do some color blocking and really embrace the one thing I like to do with these binder journals. If you saw the Tea Time journal, you will get it. But when they have pages that already have things on them, I love to be able to kind of take them and use the base pages, but turn it into something new. So taking the vintage and adding it into some of the newer things. And these pages are fabulous. They're very heavy. This is what they look like. So I have all these to still work with. I think I did 10 of these pages in each one. Then I had... Well, let me just put this aside. Then I had an idea, and I had extra pages from each of these books. So I have 2 of those books. So what I'm doing with this one is this will be will go in the book like this. And then in the book, in the journal, it's going to flip up here. It will flip out. No, it will flip down here and then flip out here. So I need to cover all these and make them all pretty and all of that good stuff. So I made 2 of those, 1 for each of the journals. And so in addition to that, the tabs that I have in the cookbook one, then I need to do these as well. So, I mean, I still have a lot of work to do on these, but, you know. But here's how they look before I do anything else. Now, here was something that was kind of a aha. I made these. We made these together. And I wanted to use them in here because I used this, some of the School Daze papers, right? Well, when I went to put it into this journal, I accidentally slid it across a page and it fit perfectly. And I'm like, ta-did. So I made another one for the other journal. It's not done yet. I just made the base for it. And so one of these will be in each of these journals. And these pages are a little bit, well, how about we do it this way? They're 8.5 by 8.5. So each one of these had 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets already. So that made it even more easy. And then these are the pages I've just started to add that I've altered. So they still need to be decorated and all that good stuff. This one flips out. And I put some of that really cool, crunchy stuff on there. This was just like it is, and I just took some words. This is Papa. Papa is a pet name for father. This was from the kit as well. And then all of this, all of these things are things that I will create for this particular journal. Now, you'll notice a lot of the pages are very similar to what you just saw in the last one. But to keep my variety, you know, variety, it's the spice of life. And to not get bored if I'm working on the same theme journal and several of them, this is the process. May take me a little bit longer than if I just mass made everything. And this is the stack that I have to go in this. So all of this has to be done, and I have 2 of those. So, like I said, I've got some work cut out for me, but I do think, and I'm going to go grab those flashcards, those square flashcards, so that I don't forget. And I think that this will be pretty cool. I've already gessoed this, so it's ready to be reinforced and made into a journal. But I hope that was interesting to you. Oh, one last thing I wanted to show you. And you guys can tell me this too. This is the other thing that I worked on. I have only done one, but I have a whole bunch of these hotel keys, or I call them locker keys. And so I made a dangle. I should look here, because on the, yeah, so I'm going to have to just use a bulldog clip and then clip this on, which I like to do anyway, because not everybody likes these dangles to stay on there. But this is the dangle that I made for that, and I really love the addition to the key. And I just had some of those old stickers that I found when I was cleaning, and I added them on there. They fit perfect. So, yeah. I really like that. I don't do these very often, but they're a really nice way to just, you know, spend some time while you're watching some other videos and relax and couch crafting. So, what do you think? Any ideas? I would be appreciative. But I will let you go for now. And until next time, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.